Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Wallingford Financial. Just an update here on one of the MJ ETFs. This ticker is actually MJ. It's one of my bigger holdings for ETFs. I've talked about this one on the channel here a couple times, and just time for an update. I did a bunch of, from Friday through yesterday, a bunch of MJ videos, and probably be doing some more, just trying to cover a bunch of them and get some updates on them, but we'll eventually be doing some more ETF videos. So I have a video to make about some other ETFs, and then I'll be breaking those down individually as well. So here you can kind of see what this one's done over the last year, up over 33% in the last 3 months. It's down 19.67%, and in the last month down 17.25%, and the last week down 2.80%. And here's what it's doing today. So haven't looked in the news to see if anything's going on with any of these, but there could be something in the news as to why they started up and then went back down. But anyway, I have 11 shares of this one here in Robinhood, and you can see my cost basis here. I've had these for a while. This one was in the $28 to $30 range for quite some time, and ever since February, it's came back down. So you see February 10th, pretty much every MJ play had a high and then came back down. So, and just been kind of coming down ever since then. So but I have 11 shares here, and if I'll break down what's in this ETF later in the video. You also do get a dividend with this one. Here's their expense ratio, the 52-week low of $10.12. I bought some of this, I believe, back in August of last year for about $10 and change, and I wish I would have cashed out at this particular point, but didn't. And here's a look at some of my dividends that I've received. June, 66 cents. So it looks like you're getting 6 cents per share per quarter. Looks like it was 2 cents back then, and 10 cents. So kind of interesting. Went from 10 cents in December down to 2 cents in March, and then back up to 6 cents in June. So we'll see what the next one does. So but moving on, here's their actual website, and again, the ticker is MJ. It's the ETFMG Alternative Harvest ETF. Like I said, there's quite a few ETFs out there. This is one of my biggest holdings. Trying to diversify into all of them, and plus you get a dividend, so which is very nice. So the first U.S. and world's largest ETF to target the global MJ industry, and that's probably why it's one of my biggest holdings, is because this was the first one. Many other significant applications for MJ and THC based medicines and treatments, ranging from epilepsy to cancer treatment to non-opioid pain management. The global MJ market is expected to grow at a CAGR around 23.9% and reach $66.3 billion by 2025. And so that's why these are all long-term plays for myself. I just keep buying on the dip, and just keep holding these, and eventually they're all going to go up. So the fund was incepted in 2015. So coming up on 6 years, and there's some other information. Some people like to look at the expense ratio. They do charge an expense. It just kind of comes out of the fund. So unless you're really looking for it, don't really miss it, or I should say I don't miss it. So, and here's kind of an interesting breakdown of all the places that are legal and lots of places that are illegal. So illegal but decriminalized, illegal but often unenforced, and legality unknown. So down here somewhere is a list of the holdings. Here's some other information on the month-end performance, the annual. So feel free to pause and go over that, or else you can go right to their website. Right up here, ETFMG.com, and you should be able to find it. So the top 10 holdings are Grow Generation. I've talked about all of these on the channel. Grow Generation, well, I shouldn't say all of them. I have not talked about Arena Pharmaceuticals or Turning Point. I don't own either one of those, but have all the rest. So Grow Generation, Tilray, Canopy Growth, Chronos, and I've just talked about all of these in the last couple days as well. Village Farms is another favorite one of mine. Hexo, Arena Pharmaceuticals, and the only other favorite one that I have that they do not carry is the REIT IIPR. So, and I've also done quite a few videos on IIPR. The ETFMG Alternative Harvest ETF gains ground despite US MJ legislation. So they had struggled to ignite in 2020, rising from $13.75 at the close on July 28 to just $14.35 at the close of the year. However, the election of Biden helped raise hopes to a swift end to the U.S. federal MJ prohibition, which saw the fund rise to a 52-week high of $34.58 during intraday trading on February 10th that I already pointed out. So everything was up on February 10th. So if you sold out of your MJ on February 10th, go ahead and list that in the comments. That would be interesting to know as well. I wish I would have. You could have doubled or tripled your position in a lot of them if you'd have sold out then, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So ETF need for weed, and this is just dated on the 15th. ETF annual portfolio turnover ratio is very high at 46%, which suggests that it has to flip stocks often to generate an income. The ETF is also a pure underperformer, and I would like to completely ignore it. Well, as of lately, I could say that as well, but like I said, I bought some back in, I believe, August for $10, and was doing pretty well there for a while until they came back down, but just continue to hold it. So despite the following factors, the ETF MJ has still to reclaim the high that it made in 2019. And here's some information on medical usage legalized by many states, and some information on the Democrats. Also, through MJ has appreciated about 48% in the last year. There are valid reasons why the ETF is unable to scale up to its 2019 highs, and here's my analysis. In February 2021, the ETF hit a high of $34.50 and was hit by a tsunami of sellers who dragged the price down to about the $23 levels. Currently, the ETF still has to break above its trend line, and if it does, it is likely to encounter still resistance at about $23 levels, which it couldn't cross in March and April of 2021. Like other videos that I've made in the past on 420, a lot of the MJ stocks were down on 420, which I thought they would be up, but it's kind of the opposite. So, and here's again their portfolio. So a total assets in about 30 stocks, at about 58% of the total assets are invested in the top 10 holdings. Again, there's the top 10. Probably be doing a video on Arena Pharmaceuticals and this Turning Point brands, just to kind of see what they're all about. But all of the other ones I do own, the other 8, and I've made videos about them as well. So actually several videos. So, but check the price and momentum of MJ's top 10 holdings since 2016, and there's kind of a breakdown. So I'll pause there for a second if you want to pause the video and check all of those out. So Tilray probably being one of the most popular ones at this point in time. Between 2016 and 2021, Grow generation gained as much as 1,723%. Village Family Farms 830, Hexo 824, Crohn's Group 587, Arena 360%, 217, and Canopy Growth 217. So huge growth on all of these. So I own them in an ETF and own them out individually. So again, I kind of like to diversify, and with the ETFs you do get the dividend, so make it a little bit safer, but I like to diversify into all of them. So not much here on Reddit. Over here on StockTwits, currently at $17.36, a low of $10.12, high of $34.58. The SPY and Qs are trading just below all-time highs, but there's a lot of suck out there, including FJ, solar and energy. And here's another ETF that I've talked about, the MSOS. I'd like to grab some sub 15s. Yellow is another one that I've covered here on the channel as well. Over here to tip ranks, and nothing listed here on tip ranks for it. But that's all that I have on MJ. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis and any other ETFs you want to see a video on. I'll be trying to cover a couple of these and see which is the best one out there, and see which one people like the most. So if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.